I will pause here for 3 minutes to let you know that you can complement this video with GSAT practice tests and past papers with answers and explanations. The information is here showing on the screen. You can get a package or a set, a package of 50 GSAT past papers and practice tests, 10 from each of the 5 GSAT subjects. Answers are available in the package, and some of the answers come with explanations. The subjects include mathematics, language arts, communication tasks that you're doing now, science and social studies. This package costs only 4,000 Jamaican dollars. You can get a free sample of the 2005 GSAT language arts with answers. You can email me and simply ask for it, and my email address is shown there on the screen, Jamaica Island-wide link at yahoo.com. You should also ensure that you start studying for GSAT from early. Don't wait until not much time is left to study. I would recommend that you start at least 1 year early, but you can start as early as grade 3. From experience, I know that grade 3 children can handle the GSAT syllabus, and actually the GSAT syllabus starts from grade 4 and it continues to grade 5. When you are in grade 6, you're just revising and doing practice tests and past papers. So you should actually be ready for GSAT before grade 6. So you should complete all reading, studying, and practice tests before grade 6 really. So I would recommend that you start from early. If you wait until late before you realize that it seems as if your child is not going to pass, that maybe the January before GSAT or the February before GSAT, and GSAT is in March, you will have just about a month to prepare for it. It's not impossible to pass still, but I would recommend that you put aside about maybe 100 hours, something like that. I would recommend that you watch these videos every day during the month. Maybe for 5 days each, you watch a video, watch one subject, go home, the child goes home after school for 5 days. They will watch one subject, watch the video, and do 2 tests for 5 days. In that way, they will do 10 tests after 5 days and watch the video 5 times. Then they move on to the other subject and watch it for 5 days also and do 2 tests for 5 days also. And you do that for the month before GSAT, right? So that will give you enough time and enough practice if you wait for late to start preparing seriously for GSAT. And if the child goes over the test the way I'm recommending for 5 days, to watch the video watch a video each day for 5 days and do 2 tests for 5 days. That's about 5 hours of work each day. If the child does that for the 1 month, I can basically guarantee that he or she will pass GSAT, unless he or she has no ambition and is not really trying or is very slow. But I would recommend that the child would pass GSAT with that amount of effort. Also, If you would like, I can supply you with private tutors to go to your home. You can email me and I can correspond with you. But generally, the cost would be $2,000 per class. And what I would do is supply you with about 50, the resumes of about 15 potential tutors. You would pay $6,000 up front, which would be the cost of 3 classes up front, from which I would keep 1,500 for myself and give the tutor 4,500. After each class, 1,500 after they complete each class. After that, you would pay the tutor on your own, privately on your own. I also can provide classes over the telephone or by chat, Facebook chat, email. That would be for $2,000 per month, and that is also very helpful. If you have a child at home who is unable to attend school for a while, you can use the services of a private tutor or tutoring over the telephone or computer as well. So those are the options available. So you can get private tutoring otherwise. My email address is there. You can contact me by email or by telephone, and my telephone numbers are there also. Upthrust is equal to the weight of fluid an object pushes away. An object floats if the upthrust is equal to its weight. An object sinks if its weight is greater than the upthrust. Density is the weight of an object. Energy is the ability to do work. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. It changes from one form of energy to another form of energy. Types of energy include kinetic, potential, heat, electrical, solar, nuclear, light, sound, chemical, mechanical and chemical energy. Metals are good conductors of electricity as they allow current or electricity to pass through easily. Glasses and wood are poor conductors of electricity. Insulators are non-conductors of electricity. Insulators can be an example of an insulator is the material that cover electrical outlets that you plug into the wall. You can touch that cord and plug it into the wall because it's an insulator. The electricity is not flowing through it. The sun is the main source of Earth's energy. Sources of energy that are things that's sources of energy, that is things that we get energy from, include batteries, fossil fuels, wind, water, solar panels, atoms, and biofuels. Energy sources are renewable or non-renewable. Renewable sources include weather systems such as the sun, which is solar energy, wind and water energy. Wind energy and water energy. So we can get energy from the sun, from the wind, and from water. And those are renewable energy because we get them all the time. We get them every day. If we don't get them today, we'll get them tomorrow. Non-renewable sources include fossil fuels such as coal and oil. Non-renewable sources take about 30 years to be replaced when they are used. Fossil fuels are formed from the remains of dead plants and animals. Heat is transferred by convection, conduction, and radiation. Convection is the transfer of heat in fluids and gases. Example, cooking food. So when you're cooking food in a pot with water in it, that is an example of transferring the heat from the stove to the food by convection. Conduction is the transfer of heat in solids. Example, heating metal. You heat a metal, you heat one side of the metal, and the heat transfer from one side to the other side. That is so the heat will move by itself from one end of the metal to the other end. That is an example of conduction. Radiation is the transfer of heat through space. Example, heating food in a microwave. Substances expand, that is get larger when heated, and contract, that is get smaller when cooled. Freezing point is the temperature at which a liquid turns to solid. Water becomes ice. Melting point is the temperature at which a solid turns to liquid. That is the other way around. Ice turns to water. After it is heated, ice becomes water. After it is heated, ice becomes water. That is melting point. Boiling point is the temperature at which a liquid turns to a gas or water vapor or steam. So for example, when you're cooking the water in the food, you can look and see steam coming up. That is water vapor coming up. So steam coming up, that is boiling point. So when it begins to boil, you begin to see steam coming up out of the food. Nutrition, we're on to nutrition now. Nutrition is the way in which living organisms get and process their food. Nutrients are the substances in the food we eat that are used for energy, growth, repair, and general care or maintenance of the body. The nutrients in food include carbohydrates, fiber, fat, protein, vitamins, and minerals. Thank you for watching. You should watch these GSAT videos over and over again until you know them from memory. Repetition is important. You can always message me if you have any questions or need further help using my email address, my Facebook page, or the telephone numbers that are shown on the screen. So bye bye for now. Bye bye.